Hi, this is Jermaine.
And this is Faith.
We have been away from making YouTube videos for a while because we have been having some hiring challenges at our self-storage facility. And we've also been traveling back and forth there for the past couple of weeks. And we've also attended recently a wedding of close friends of ours in Richmond, Virginia. And it also gave us an opportunity to meet up with family, Faith side of the family, and we were able to do some fellowship and get together with family in Portsmouth, Virginia. So that's what we've been doing for the past few weeks, and which is why we haven't put out a lot of YouTube videos recently.
Well, as Jermaine mentioned earlier, we have been having some staff turnover at the self-storage facility. If you would believe it, we've actually are on our 5th store manager in the past 12 months. So we have been traveling back and forth quite a bit, as we go through the transition process of hiring someone new and having to train them and make sure that they're up and running and have the resources they need to be able to work independently at the store in Alabama. So that has been taking up a lot of our time with traveling.
One of the challenges we've had with recently is finding a store manager who has the technology experience and experience in facility management. And so trying to find a store manager who with the combination of both. So that's been one of our challenges recently with our hires. And someone who can catch on quickly to learning the technology of our property management system, and then being able to troubleshoot and come up with solutions when it comes to managing customers' experience and expectations they have at the facility.
Out of the many, many candidates that we have interviewed this past 12 months, we've been learning each round, just who seems to be the right fit for the role. And so far, it looks like candidates who have experience in convenience stores or gas stations as a manager, they seem to be the ones that have the skill set, the combination of the technology experience and the management experience to be successful in the role. So, we have learned that as we go, and certainly when looking at candidates for the role, we look for if they have some of that key background and experience. Well, through this process of hiring and firing, we have cobbled together a hiring philosophy that we are trying to implement as we move forward with, making hires for our business. One of the first things that we try to look for now is someone who is capable, meaning that they are capable of doing the task at hand, and someone who is willing, and therefore, someone who's exhibits the attitude and of willing to learn new things and willing to be a team player to get the job done.
Our second hiring philosophy is trying to find an employee who can push the business instead of just filling in that role in that particular seat. That was our methodology in the past. We've kind of moved away from that. We thought, hey, if we just get someone in there that can just be there and just kind of fill the role, not necessarily pushing the business, that will be satisfactory for us and be sufficient. We found out that is not the case, and that's not the way that we would like to run our businesses. So we've gone back to the mindset, the methodology of really hiring someone that can come in and push the business, that allows us to be further removed from the business as much as possible, and really putting that ownership and on our employee. In this case, it's our store manager, to really take full control and take ownership of the facility, and really try to push it to increase income, increase customer experience, instead of heavily relying on us to make every decision in the business. So we know that is the way that we now like to run our business, and that kind of fits our business model.
The third thing that we have come up with in terms of our hiring philosophy is, being a small business, we have a small team. So each hire is critical when you have a small team. So we wanted to make sure that for future hiring decisions, we hire someone who can make an impact on our team and who has the attitude that we're looking for to be a part of our small business. We did learn that if you don't hire the right person, it can make the work more challenging, and it can, have a negative impact on your other team players in terms of, motivation. So finding someone with the right energy, the right attitude is critical when it comes to being a small business.
And our fourth philosophy, fire fast and hire slow. This has taken us years to grasp this concept, and it really does work. We have learned that if we are proactive in letting individuals go when it is not working out, the better. Even though there may be short-term pain as you have to have someone fill in for that role, long-term you're going to make out tremendously. And a little bit of a short story. One of our first employees that we've hired in our land business, Freedom Hill Properties, I kept this employee for a number of years, and it turned out that she was not the right employee. But I waited and tried, and I gave her chance after chance after chance. And eventually I had to let her go because her performance started to dip each and every single month. But she ended up thanking me in the end, because we did keep in contact. She was a really nice lady. And she thanked me by letting her go, essentially, because she was able to learn from that. So not only does it benefit you as the employer, just think about it, may benefit them as the employee as well, because that'll give them an opportunity to be able to seek other employment, and they'll learn from some of the mistakes that they may have made, or just may not have been a good fit, and they'll just learn and take that into the next role that they desire to have. And also hiring slow. So making sure you're not rushing into the hiring process and really trying to focus on finding the right candidate that fits the position that you're looking for. We've made the mistake of being under the gun and really trying to hire someone as quickly as possible. And we've learned from those mistakes in the past. So rule of thumb, and I stick to it, and is to fire fast and hire slow. And you will see tremendous benefits in taking that methodology.
Another thing we've done this year is we have transitioned our position at the self-storage facility from a fully on-site position to a hybrid where the store manager works remotely 3 days a week and is on-site 2 days a week. And we did this transition in part to adapt to what we're seeing happening in our market, not only with COVID protocols having changed how people work, but also in the self-storage industry, seeing more and more facilities transitioning over to more automation. And we don't want to be behind the times. So we did decide to try out this hybrid model this year. And we've seen some benefits from that as well.
The first benefit of transitioning to remote management was really finding high caliber talent when we put the ad out there looking for our next hire, our next store manager. So COVID really did change things significantly with how people want to work. So a lot of people do not want to go into work each and every day. And we found that out actually the hard way by having the transition of different store managers and seeing that the talent pool wasn't that great when we were looking to hire for our first few store managers. But the later ones, when we actually put in the ad that we were looking for remote work, a remote store manager, a hybrid type model where they would only have to come in 2 days a week, we saw the talent pool of the applicants really start to rise. And so that really has helped us in finding higher caliber talent of individuals who do not want to go into the office each and every day and who want some flexibility to be able to work from home.
Another benefit of the remote management model has been it allows us to pull from a wider radius geographically when it comes to our applicants. Now that the position is partially remote, where someone only has to travel on site 2 days a week, we find that we have more applicants from some of the larger cities that are maybe about 45 minutes to an hour out. So where our facility is located, Columbus, Georgia, is a larger city that's about 45 minutes to an hour drive. And more consistently now, we have applicants from that area wanting to apply for our position. So we believe that that has also contributed to increasing the talent pool. And also, as Jermaine touched on earlier, more people want a flexible schedule. So with having the hybrid model, it attracts people who maybe want to work part-time. Maybe they have small kids at home, and it allows them to be able to, cut out that commute at least 3 days a week, where they can work from home and then only be on site 2 days a week. So that flexible work schedule definitely is attractive to more applicants, as we have learned these past couple of hiring rounds.
Lastly, a transition into remote management has really helped us improve our processes and systems. One thing is the DaVinci locks, and there's a video that we actually made on DaVinci locks system that you can check out in our YouTube page. And also another thing that we're working on currently is transitioning all of our customers over to making their payments through online. So we're getting away from taking cash and checks, and this will help us to be more efficient when it comes to our closing out process, where the store manager doesn't have to travel to deposit the checks and the cash at the bank. And so it will help out with that process of ours as well.
Well, now you know a little bit about what we've been up to the past few weeks in terms of our hiring challenges that we've been working through, and then a little bit of travel for business and for fun.
We look forward to bringing you more videos, and we pray that there's no delay in the videos that are coming out moving forward, but you're just kind of learning, you're getting a peek inside what goes on with business owners and entrepreneurs. And these are things that we deal with from time to time. And so we end up getting into firefighting mode. So, so hopefully that kind of ends. But thank you for tuning in, and until next time.
Take care.
And our fourth philosophy: hire fast and fire slow.
No.
Our fourth philosophy: hire fast. I did it again. Why?